You can start.
Very good morning, good evening, good afternoon, all of you. International Internship University is a leading virtual education system and global brand confederation, which is the most valuable and trusted worldwide and well reputed in delivering the innovative programs. Globally, it is trusted name for quality training programs and is committed to providing better and virtual education to all the young learners of the globe. In a short span of time, IIU has spread its wings in 195 countries and 6 continents under the strong leadership of its visionary founder, Mr. Piyush Pandit sir. A committed and inspiring social activist, a passionate educationist from the last 2 decades, providing education to students from various social and cultural backgrounds. Thank you so much, IIU, for giving me this wonderful opportunity to share my views on the topic emotional intelligence, self-awareness, and self-management. It's a really humble and honor for giving me this opportunity on this huge education fraternity. Emotional intelligence, self-awareness, and self-management. What do you mean by intelligence? Emotional intelligence. We all know that all kind of multiple intelligences are interconnected with the emotional intelligence. So what is self-management? What are the components of self-management? How the relationship between self-management and emotional intelligence? What are the benefits of self-management and the different tips to sharpen the self-management skills, self-management strategies, and how can students improve their self-management? These all the objectives which we going to discuss on our today's session. Self-management is the perfect management for emotional intelligence. So we'll see what are emotions. Representation of satisfied or unsatisfied need. As we saw just in the current education system, IIU is providing global level education to all the educators, all the educationists, students, teachers. So here we can see that satisfied or unsatisfied needs means what? Everyone have capabilities, curiosity, self-awareness, self-management. But what are the exact needs in the current education system? So that is nothing but the joy, happiness, delight. And it will comes only after when we keep the growth mindset. Because if we are not satisfied, then with the help of sadness, frustration, anger, it's not possible to achieve a goal perfectly. What is self-management in the emotional intelligence? Emotional intelligence is commonly defined by 4 attributes. Self-management. You are able to control impulsive feelings and behaviors, manage your emotions in healthy ways, take initiative, follow through on commitments, and adapt to changing the circumstances. See, ability to recognize and understand emotions. When teacher-students learning process is going on, how teachers can recognize, how teacher can understand the student emotion? By observation of their facial expression, by observation of what exactly they are doing and what exactly going on in their mind, or simply they are sitting in a classroom, but mentally they are not able to concentrate towards the teacher. So accordingly, teachers can recognize and understand the emotions. We can see the second factor, using this awareness to manage yourself and relationships with each other. That is the very important prospective and vital role in the teaching learning process, because relationship matters. If the student teacher relationship is not a good, means not good means like sometimes we can observe that naughty students, it's a tendency of teachers that always they are targeting only this kind of students. So this is not a good way. So apart from targeting, or instead of targeting, if we ask them to express yourself in front of entire classroom, then automatically that student can feel that teachers are appreciating me in front of entire classroom. So that is nothing but the emotions. Here we can see the different old paradigms about the emotions. So here students or audience have to answers in yes or no. Emotions block your way, yes or no, or maybe. So sometimes it happens, correct? No, emotions block your way, because if we completely depressed or completely lapsed emotionally, then we can't proceed for the further actions. Emotions reduce your effectiveness, yes, sometimes no also, and maybe. How it will reduce your effectiveness? Because presentation, capability, body language, way of explanation, stage daring, and other factors are perfectly 100%. But sometimes mentally, if we are getting depressed because of some issues, so that is nothing but the part of emotions. So automatically it will impact on our effectiveness. Emotions should not be allowed to surface. Yes, emotions have to be controlled. That is very important, because while teaching in front of students, or for example, if edu leader or leader is taking a some challenging session for their teachers, so that time if leaders get emotionally depressed, so leader also can't get express themselves in a proper manner. So that is nothing but they have to control their emotions. Emotions make you weak, yes, because we know the multiple intelligence. Multiple intelligence means in that different kind of factor, linguistic, kinesthetic, all kind of intelligence. But when this all kind of intelligence comes in contact with the emotional intelligence or emotions only, so here that emotions make us weak. Emotions make you indecisive, maybe, because we can't take a firm decision, not only in the field of education, but in our entire life. The next slide. Here we can say that how emotional intelligence matters on the self-management, social awareness, self-awareness, and relationship management. So these are the four domains of emotional intelligence. Each can help a leader for any kind of crisis with the lower levels of stress, less emotional reactivity, and fewer unintended consequences. So now we'll discuss self-awareness. Each and every leader is a self-aware leader. Now, this domain is not only for leader, but this is for each and every individual person. Self-awareness, what I see. Self-awareness means personal competence, how we can react with each other. Where we are now means everyone have to think how we are self-aware about entire field or entire in the field of education. Then what I do, self-management is very important. So in the self-management, we can simply say that the simple and short word I am using here, pod score. What do you mean by pod score? According to Peter Drucker, he says that planning, organization, staffing, budgeting, coordination, collaboration, control, organizing, revisiting, and building. So that building is nothing but the relationship building. And then with the help of that, social competence means we can implement the social awareness. So these all the four skills of emotional intelligence are interrelated with each other on the personal competence as well as on the social competence level. Which are the ways to increase your emotional intelligence? We'll go through one by one. Utilize an assertive style of communicating. Respond instead of reacting to conflict. Here we can say that reflection. Respond instead of reacting to conflict. So the reflection is very important for this second point because everyone know their reflection. After reflection only, they can plan, they can proceed for further steps and they can analyze. We want a change because we are not a doctor, we are injector. Whatever we want to inject in front of students, then only the students are active for the listening skill, then only they will get a motivation. They can practice by themselves to maintain a positive attitude and automatically it will come to a self-awareness. So practicing the self-awareness is a very important. Take a critic well, then empathize with others because we all know that empathy is very and always important or beneficial than sympathy. Utilizing the leadership skill. So in utilizing the leadership skill, again, it will come to the passion into profession. Because everyone know that, everyone know their passion and accordingly, they want to select their profession. But how the emotional intelligence help for selecting their profession by using or by allowing their passion. So leader become a approachable, leader become a sociable. So these are the important ways to increase emotional intelligence. What do you expect? We all know the SWOT analysis. How these SWOT analysis implement to identify the emotional intelligence. SWOT, S stand for strengthness. If we consider self as an example, what are the strengthens points inside me? So everyone know their strengthness. At the same time, everyone know their weaknesses. If they are short-tempered, if they are within a short period of time, they can anger on students or some other. So S stand for strengthness, W stand for weaknesses, O stands for opportunity. So what are the opportunity? If the students, teacher, leaders and educationist will get an opportunity, because opportunity never comes again and again. So if the opportunity comes, they can't say it's not possible, but instead of impossible, they have to always say that I am possible. And even for student also, teachers can never say that she or he cannot do, but they have to always say in a positive manner that yes, definitely he or she can do. So here the emotional intelligence matter, and this expect us. How can students work upon their intrapersonal skills? Here we can see that self-independence, listening skills, and practicing skills. Practicing self-reflection in forms of expressive arts as well as creative writing. Regular self-talk and self-instruction and management for various tasks. See, here we can discuss one simple and short example. During a classroom teaching, if we want a happy classroom, it doesn't mean that if all of 100% students are sincere, then teachers can use their teaching processes properly, and they can use the different kind of technologies, or with the help of different kind of hands-on activities, role plays, dramas and all. So all the students or 100% student can concentrate towards the teacher. This doesn't matter. Here also the emotional intelligence matter, because we know that naughty students are the actual role models in our classroom. If naughty students are not there in classroom, then it's not possible. So that's why here also the emotional intelligence matter. So sometimes if naughty students are absent completely, even teacher gets hurted. Today we are not satisfied for teaching, because we are also habitual for handling the naughty students. So here the regular self-talk and self-instruction and management for various tasks. So if we ask that naughty student, express yourself is in front of all the students or in front of entire classroom, so automatically he appreciate it emotionally. He will go home and will tell to their parents that today my teacher appreciated me a lot in front of classroom. So here also the emotional intelligence matter. Then next is exploration of one's strength and weakness along with the encouraging initiative. So here again, it comes to encouragement. So this is also in teacher's hand, because teachers can't say that why I'm looking to this child, because he is naughty. He never concentrate to me. He never looking to me while teaching, because this is never done by teachers, or teachers cannot say directly. So here also the encouragement, motivation, inspiration, life story, always we can talk with them the different types of life stories. Okay, on account of today's World Student Day, it's a really wonderful opportunity. I got a topic that emotional intelligence. Here the multiple intelligence theme. We can see the pictures, curriculum planning for multiple intelligences, visual spatial, body kinesthetic, musical rhythmic, and logical mathematical. Naturalistic, intrapersonal, interpersonal, and verbal linguistic. Visual spatial. Here we can see that what NEP 2020 says. NEP 2020 says same in the preparatory stage, in the foundational stage. Visualization is very important. Body kinesthetic. So here everyone have to express with the help of expression. Then musical rhythmic. Teaching learning process is different. We can say that teaching is the art, but learning is a fine art. Then logical mathematical. Here also teachers can use the different methodologies for happy classroom, especially in the maths period. Then naturalistic. Here the environment matters. Intrapersonal. Intrapersonal means we all know that education is the manifestation of perfection already in man. So whatever the inbuilt characteristics or features, potential capabilities, growth mindset they have, they can verbal linguistic. Uh, what are the way of talking or during the expression, what vocabulary they can use. So that also the matters. So in this way, the multiple intelligence completely correlated with the emotions, because emotions can comes on face while implementing or while using these all kind of intelligences. See, here we can see that cooperation. What do you mean by cooperation? Different types of learning activities and project active. Just wait. Yes. So cooperation. Here the team of students we can observe. What learning activities and project ideas? Working in cooperative groups to design and complete projects. Then working in pairs to learn math facts. Interviewing the people with knowledge about the content area topics, such as a veteran to learn about the World War, a lab technician to learn about the life science, or a politician to understand the election process. So tutoring the younger students or classmates, different types of puppet show to put in front of students. So this all is nothing but the interpersonal. People becomes a smart. They can use the different types of ideas. So they will get an information. They like to interact with each other, usually with their friends. Now, how they become a self-smart? Intrapersonal intelligence. How the intrapersonal intelligence related with the emotional intelligence. People with a strong intrapersonal intelligence have a deep awareness of their feelings, ideas, and goals. Students with this intelligence usually need a time alone to process and to create. Because when they analyze how I become a self-smart, so which kind of learning activities and project ideas we need to discuss with them. So first is the writing reflective papers on content area topics. Writing essays from the perspectives of historical figures such as Civil War, soldiers, or suffragettes. Writing a literary autobiography reflecting on their reading lives. Writing goals for the future and planning ways to achieve them. Because if they set a goal, then only they can achieve. So for after setting the goal, they need a support, they need a mentoring, they need a different steps, how to implement that steps, and then only they can understand what are the correct ways to achieve our goals. So here also emotions matter. If they allow a passions, if they allow passions by using emotions, then only their purpose to achieve the goal become a successful. Using software that allows them to work alone, such as a decisions, a personal choice software, or the perfect career, a career choice software, keeping journals or logs throughout the year. making a scrapbook for their poems, papers, and reflections. Now we can proceed for the next, that naturalistic intelligence, nature smart. See the different kind of figures, flora and fauna, some natural events, observation is there, gardening is there, exploring is there. So here also nature means naturalistic intelligence related with the emotional intelligence. Yes, always surrounding matters, environment matters, because environment only can change the emotions. This intelligence refers to a person's natural interest in the environment. These people enjoy being in the nature and want to protect it from the pollution. Students with strong naturalistic intelligence easily recognized and categorize the plants, animals, and rocks. That is nothing but the visualization. So obviously it will happen after the observation of nature. Caring for classroom plants, caring for classroom pets, sorting and classifying the natural objects such as leaves, rocks, researching the animal habitats, observing the natural intelligence. So how the emotions gets changed. Then next is vocabulary. We can say vocabulary means during the expression, or if the students, not only student but people want to express themselves, that time vocabulary matters. What are the contents they are using, which words they are using, what kind of meaningful sentences they are using. So that is also the observation. So here also the emotions matter. So this kind of emotions comes from the family. Family means not only from their parenting, but from teachers as well, from school surrounding. Okay. Next, we can see that logical mathematical intelligence. How the students can take interest in maths. See here, drawing, building, design, then puzzles, different kind of pictures. Here we can consider the one example. If pre-primary education students and teachers want to teach them number system. So instead of using chalk and talk methodology, if on daily basis, teachers can draw two eye sticks or two stars, or even instead of drawing, if they will cut and paste the pictures on the students' notebook, then automatically students will take an interest. They will go home, they will discuss with parents. Today teachers teaches me two number. Correct? No, because on the students' notebook, teachers paste only two ice candy or only two stars. So automatically parents will get an idea. My child is taking interest in the logical or mathematical kind of intelligence. So here also the emotions matters. Here in this situation or in this kind of examples, if we consider or if we implement in our current education system, so automatically students will move forward and will get a 100% result oriented school. So here also they can implement the learning activities and project ideas. Playing math games like a Mancala, dominoes, chess, checkers, and monopoly. Searching for the patterns in the classroom, school, outdoors activity, they can they can play these kind of activities at home also. So using this maths and science software such as Maths Blaster, which reinforces math skills, or King's Rules, a logic game, different kind of designing alphabetic and numeric codes. So this making up the analogies. Then which kind of spatial intelligence? How the spatial intelligence is completely related with emotions. Here also we can show them pictures. So here visualization skills teachers can observe, and it's an excellent idea. Here teachers can identify the motor skill of student, how it processes, how the information in pictures and images students are observing. So taking the photographs for assignments and classroom newsletters, taking photographs for the school yearbook, school newsletter or science assignments by using the clay or play dough to make the different kind of objects or represent concepts from the content area lessons with the help of pictorial models such as a flow chart, visual maps, Venn diagrams, timelines to connect the new material to know the information. So these all kind of activities and project ideas, students' emotions gets changed, and automatically teachers are also taking initiative to take an extra efforts for the best teaching learning process. Then musical intelligence also interrelated with the emotional intelligence. Then body kinesthetic, body smart. Example, if I am teaching a simple poem, but it's like a reading sentences, so students never taking an interest. But instead, while teaching the poem, if I am doing some actions, some facial expressions, if I can use the different kind of pictures for showing them, so they can illustrate, they can analyze. Means at least 50% student can look towards teacher, remaining 10% student can uh, identify what pictures teachers are showing in their presentations, and 5% student at least try for reading the teacher's facial expressions. So these all kind of intelligences like verbal, linguistic, logical, mathematical, visual, spatial, bodily kinesthetic, naturalistic, musical, these all the intelligences are interrelated with the emotional intelligence, because emotions comes not only from the heart but comes from mind, and this is a very vital role in the teaching learning process, not only in the field of education but also while grasping the entrepreneurship skills, for collaboration or different kind of ideas. Because we always say that action speaks louder than words. Words simply can say, but how action we can implement simply, smoothly, smartly. Again, it comes to emotions. If our emotions are 100%, not only uh, not only for happiness, not only by considering the happiness here, but like we always say, no, by heart. Means if I want to teach my student from the bottom of heart, so automatically my emotions get excited, and at the end of day every person can satisfy because of their schedule. So this is all about the emotional intelligence. Thank you.